Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn and this is a spring equinox reading for Gemini. So we have the spring equinox coming within the next 2 weeks, and that is on the 20th. That is a time where it symbolizes the beginning of spring. It symbolizes the balance of day and night, you know, of shadow and light. And it also, that's too many. And it also is the beginning of our astrological year, because Aries is the first sign in our zodiac. So let's take some tarot and we'll get a message, and then we will expand on that message with some oracle cards. There we go. Okay. All right. So we've got our first set here, and we're going to get our second set. Got one already. Just need two more. So let's see, Gemini, what beautiful energy is going to come through. So this is a time where we are turning towards the light now. This is new beginnings. This is what can we release and finally let go of for all time, you know, to allow us that open space and energy to be able to move forward and to plant new seeds for the spring season and for the year ahead, you know. So let's take a look at what we have here. So we've got some emotional stuff, definitely. We've got a lot of mental body stuff, a lot of mind. So Gemini, this is your stuff, you know, stuck in the mind here. This is interesting. Okay, so let's get started here. All right, beautiful. I'm just taking a look at our numbers here. We've got 3 9s. So that could be quite important, you know, in terms of time frames, numbers. You know, it could be 9 days, 9 weeks, that kind of thing. Maybe events will unfold. It could be on the 9th of a particular month, perhaps. We've also got the sequence of 7, 8, 9 as well. And we've got another 7. So we have 2 7s here, and then a number 1 and a number 2. Okay. So coming out of here, we've got suffering and silence and the pine tree. So the pine tree would be the Chariot, major arcana. So this is about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Answers are found after overcoming a test, courage, travel, and discovery, spiritual struggle. So this is connected to the sign of Cancer. So this could be connected to a water sign, or perhaps you have a lot of water in your chart. But this is about, and the cards sort of support this because we have number 9 here, which is suffering and silence. And the blue is around the mental body. And you've got a lot of mental body conflict in this reading. So Gemini, you've really been struggling with something. And I think it really has connection to do with your foundation, you know, and your connection, because the cards show that over here. But you've got this suffering and silence here, which, you know, that's a mental body thing where there's been a situation and you've not really talked about it. You've not shared whatever this is with others. You haven't expressed any imbalance. If there's been an imbalance in relationships or connections, perhaps someone's done a disservice, you know, you feel slighted somehow, whatever this happens to be, but you've just sort of sucked it up. And you haven't really transmuted that energy, but you also haven't asserted yourself to deal with that. You've just been sitting in this suffering. And courage, you know, overcoming a test, spiritual struggle. So this could really be in alignment with all of the ascension that we've been going through, you know, that we continue to go through, but it's just so much more amplified now that maybe it is that the universe has been throwing you a whole bunch of curveballs, or one particular situation or relationship, you've really sort of been struggling with that. And this is the window of time to allow a new perspective to come in and to, you know, to take some action. The Chariot is also about taking action. you know, and direction. And once you do it, it tends to move fairly quickly. It gets momentum, right? So we've got number 9 here, fulfillment of wishes. So this is beautiful. I mean, this card is saying you don't need to suffer in this silence. There's something beautiful here that wants to unfold for you, Gemini, if you allow that to happen. You know, if you give yourself the courage to let this sort of loosen up a little bit, loosen your grip on whatever this is in your mind and allow for other possibilities, because this is a beautiful outcome card, this fulfillment of wishes. This would be the 9 of, I want to say cups, but I'm just going to check. Yes, it would be the 9 of cups. So this is about all of this beautiful wish fulfillment and joy. You know, you have this joy that's possible and available to you. And with the 2 9s being the shadow and the light to me, this happened in, you know, the Taurus reading as well, where you've got, you know, you're trapped, suffering in silence is a number 9. Then you've got this number 9 here, which is the light energy. So you have the shadow energy and you have the light energy. And this equinox, this is about balance, right? This is about harmony, balance, allowing to go what needs to go and moving forward with this fresh energy, which gives you these beautiful new opportunities that just are waiting to come. So moving on, we have the Podenso, mind and heart in harmony with intuition. So trust your heart and all will be good. So this would be the number 2 High Priestess card, and symbolized with the moon, connection to the moon. And we also have this beautiful full moon, worm moon, coming up about a week after the equinox. So this is all about getting in line with your own intuition, getting in line with your own sense of harmony. High Priestess is not an action card, it's an observation card. It's observing within and paying attention to the signs and signals, and it's observing without and what's happening around you with others, right? And noticing how that affects your situation here. So we've got 2 tough cards here, and they're right in a row. We've got the 7 of emotions, of the mental body here, and then the 8. So deception and envy and trapped in fear. So something has had you trapped in fear. And again, with this suffering and silence, they go hand in hand. It's actually the 7, the 8, and the 9 in sequence of the same energy of the indigo, which is in the mind. So somewhere you feel as though, and it could be perceived, you know, we all see things through our own lens of perception based on our experiences in our lives, throughout our lives, you know, so the perception is perhaps that there's been some deception, that you've created this space of fear where you're fearful of the way things have been going, whatever this situation is, you know, that's caused you some fear. And this may be your spiritual struggle. So what will happen a lot of times is when we're evolving spiritually and our frequencies are elevated, we go through these, you know, these dippy moments. It kind of goes up and down, right? But really it kind of goes like this. You go up and then you plateau a little bit, dip down when you're ready for a new upgrade, and then you go up. But it's the little dip. You're in a dip right now, spiritually, Gemini. And what this means is you're attaching a lot of emotion, a lot of mental thought to circumstances and events that are being presented in your life right now. And the universe is trying to say, like, these circumstances, this needs to happen. This needs to unfold. Allow it to unfold and recognize that you are being asked to release some heavy energy that you've been carrying for perhaps a long time, because you have 3 in a row in sequence that all deal with the same kind of thing. So if it is that you've been deceived by others in the past, know that you're wiser now. You know, you're more wise. You're going to learn from that experience. If it is that others have envied you and have created a situation that's made you feel less than or protective over what you're doing or where you're going or who you're with, then again, understand setting those boundaries and standing in your power. You know, that's a lesson to be learned that we all need to learn, because boundaries shift and change all the time. As we shift and change all the time, you know, the rules of our own particular sandboxes, we get to change those rules whenever we need to as we evolve. And Gemini, it's time to step out of that fear. Allow that to be released within this equinox energy and allow this beautiful new, you know, fulfillment of wishes to come forward. But you've got to let this go, okay? And in the spiritual struggle, you've just got to give it up. You know, you really just have to release it. And there's lots of different ways to do that. Coming here, though, let's move forward to explain this a little bit more. You've got number 1, your base chakra. So this is your root chakra, your base chakra. It's red, it's foundation, it's your connection to source. You know, your Mother Earth Gaia energy. It's also the root of all things. It's a low chakra. It's an emotionally based chakra, so it's more dense and heavy than our higher chakras. It holds all of that emotional stuff, you know. And this is all about your total sense of foundational security. So this is your connection to your family, your tribe. This is your connection to groups that influence your beliefs. So, you know, whether that be church, spiritual stuff, whether that be a social group that you've been a part of for a very long time. You know, this is your overall connection to your group, your tribe, your foundation, things that set the foundation of you and who you are and how you move through the world. So there's a big focus right now on this base chakra, and that would make sense with these 3 cards coming up around so much fear and being trapped in envy and deception. You know, this all upheaves our sense of security within our foundations. You know, it can be so disruptive. And you've got here, so interesting, because this card was about spiritual strength, and you've got number 9, spiritual strength. So you're being called upon. You've got the universe's support. Do you see that circle, you know, and he's holding up. You've got the support here within this window of time, Gemini. Whatever this is that has held you trapped, you're going to come free of all of this, because you've got some beautiful things that are right. As soon as you shift your perception, as soon as you have that aha moment, as soon as you release some of this lowering stuff that needs to be released, and you allow that to evolve and dissolve and dissipate, you know, you let that go, you open up room for more light energy to come in, and it will shift your outlook, it will shift your perception, it shifts your vibration overall, and things will definitely improve, because these two together being the opposite of the light and the shadow, that light wants to come. It's there, it's waiting, you know. And then we've got Bess, party time, let go, forget about everything, come back tomorrow. So this is about also giving yourself a break, right? Allowing yourself to not always be stuck in this seriousness, this level of conflict. Seeing the good, you know, sometimes we have to train ourselves to see the light, to see the good when we get stuck in a little bit of a rut. Sometimes we really just need to put affirmations around, sticky notes, you know, almost a fake it till you make it, but it's not. It's a manifesting, you know, you are shifting your vibration and your frequency, and you are manifesting something of a higher vibration. All right, so let's get a couple more cards. And if you could, take a moment to just click like if you're enjoying the message, and subscribe as well, please, so I can shift, so I can grow and share my channel with others and stay connected with you. Okay, so we have the choice, number 62. So you're definitely in a space where you have a choice to make here. And given the balance of the light and the dark, the shadow and the light energy, plus with the equinox being that balance shifting into the light, you have the strength and the spiritual strength, and you've got the spiritual supporters around you in physical form as well as in metaphysical form. You know, you've got that support. Call on that support. And as you make this choice to shift your energy and your focus and let that go, it's no longer going to take up so much space within you, you know, then you've got room here. And this could be around This is the Lover's card. This is Major Arcana. So this could be a choice in love that you have, Gemini. This came out at the end, but perhaps this is for those Gemini that connect in with this. This could be entirely about a primary romantic connection that you're in, you know, that that you need to move through and process and allow yourself to evolve, because it affects, you know, the foundation of who you feel you are. So let's draw one more advice card here. Okay, I guess that's the one. Let's see. Merge. Yeah, okay. So allow your head and your heart to meld together and embrace all the parts of you, because there's so much of this mental body in here, right? The marriage of ego and soul creates an expansion and awakening where your resistance to new ways of being and thinking dissolves. So this is that envy and, you know, this deception. You're allowing yourself to move through those fears. You're not trapped anymore. Unveiling the love and the truth of you. Just for today, start from where you are and choose to feel the best you can in every moment. Love yourself by caring about what you say to yourself. You can choose to love your mind and all its thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and characters. Today you can choose to say to your mind, I hear what you say. However, today I exercise my free choice not to listen. Today I choose a new story for myself. And whatever you say to me doesn't matter, for you're a part of me. And today I choose to embrace and love every part of me. So you are stronger than you think. You are not who you think you are. You are much, much more. You are much, much more, Gemini. There it is. So this could be around self-love, but I feel, given the dynamics of the cards and the story that unfolds here, that this might be about a romantic, a primary relationship that you're in romantically. And if not romantically, it's someone that's extraordinarily close to you, you know, that you feel a deep, deep love for or a deep connection with. And this is all about, you know, for me, with the talking to the mind thing, I'll just share a quick story before we go, is, you know, when those thought forms come up for me, the ego wants to come into play, I treat it like a little child and I kind of put it in its corner. You know, you need to go and relax and sit down. It's almost like inner child work, you know, like I've got this, I've got the wisdom, I'm okay, this is my choice moving forward, you're safe, go there. And it's literally like this conversation you can have in your mind. And for me, it works, you know. So Gemini, this is your reading for the spring equinox. I wish you all the best. Remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.